it's Doris with Ollie Books. Happy Tag Tuesday. I am here to do the World Book Day tag. This was created by Steve Donoghue, and it is a brilliant tag. I really like these questions. And I was tagged by the lovely Leo from A Little Book Life, and I have to say how much I appreciate Leo's channel. He has such a calm, quiet way of presenting his bookish opinions, probably all of his opinions in general, that I really have a great deal of respect for. So thanks so much for the tag, Leo, and I will link both of their channels below. Diving right in, question number one, what country do you currently call home, and is it the same country that you were born in? So I was born and raised and still am living in the United States of America. So there's that. But I have more to say about that. So let me just get into question number two, and then I will I have thoughts. Number two, how many countries have you visited and did you buy books there? So visited / lived. So sorry. Yeah, so I was born in Florida. I graduated from University of Florida when I was 22, and then I went to live and teach school in Guatemala for a year. That was such a life-changing experience. And then when I returned to the States, you know, I have a bit of a rambling soul, so I went to live a year in Kentucky. That was a little colder than I liked. So from there I went to North Carolina. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous state. I lived there for I think 6 years at least. I can't remember. Gosh, I'm getting old. And then I went and lived in Honduras for a year. That was really neat as well. And from there I moved to Tennessee. Here I am. So all of that to say, another little point, speaking of travel, one of my projects, you know I love projects. I'm taking my son to all 50 states because I think, you know, the United States is such a vast country with so much to see, especially relating to nature, which is, you know, my jam. So yeah, we have been to 23 thus far together, and I have a few more than that under my belt. But yeah, this is such a neat project, but I hope to take him overseas. Well, he's been to Honduras. What am I saying? He's been to Honduras 4, 5, 6 times by now. But I think there's such a difference there between traveling within your own country, no matter how vast, and having that experience somewhere else. Just to get outside of your own cultural thinking, I think is so beneficial. Anyway, both are great. So, you know, explore your own homeland and explore others. It's just so enriching. Off my soapbox. Did you buy books there? Oh, I'm going to be such a disappointment to you all. No. I have never even thought to do that prior to BookTube. I realize now that it's a thing. And I haven't collected books. I mean, shockingly, I think I've been on BookTube like 3.5-ish almost years now, and I didn't really have a book collection before that, mainly because I've lived overseas, and like at one point I was collecting Newberries, and I gave all those away to my middle school before I left for Honduras. I have a few childhood books, obviously, but yeah, I don't know. I collect other things when I travel, like, you know, cats and armadillos. Anyway, maybe I'll start collecting bookmarks. Number 3, How well is the world represented in your personal book collection? Well, I'm working on that, so let's just go take a little look, shall we? So I keep my books in different categories. So this is my Latinx collection, and that's one of my projects, again, with the project stores. One of my projects for 2020 is to expand that. This is what I call my Black History Month section, and most of these are African American with a few exceptions, but my project, there's that word again, for January of this year was South Africa, which I'm still working on, but it's been a great project. Y'all can take a drink every time I say that word. This is Asian collection, and it's bleeding over onto this little area. A couple years ago, I had a project. Well, that was just last year, to read from Korea and Japan. And then the year before, my project was the Middle East. So there's that. And I keep adding to those. Jacqueline and I have been doing Aussie April, so I read several of those last month. And I have a few of those from the year before. Mel and Britta have the Read German Lit project, and I'm working on that. So yeah, I love reading from other places. My TBR shelves are the same. Latinx, Black History Month, Asian, yeah, and then nonfiction over here. So, okay, number 4. How many works in translation do you currently have? Non-canon. So, I have, I just did a rough count, around 45 that I've read. I don't know, 2 or 3 of those may be canon. And 24 on my TBR. And number 5, weird facts about your country. So, I don't know. I grew up in, I'm looking for a book. It's not here. I grew up in Port St. Joe, Florida, which almost was, it's this very tiny town. There were 100 students in my graduating class, but it was almost the state capital, but it's a coastal community with an uncharacteristically deep port for the Gulf. And yeah, we had a massive yellow fever outbreak, and then a big fire, and then a big flood/hurricane. So the capital ended up being Tallahassee, where I went to university. So there's that. There's a city up around Tallahassee. City's not the word. A community called Two Egg. So that's weird. Yeah. So there you go. That's weird. And number 6, do you have a work of world literature on your TBR? I guess those 24 books in translation would count for that. I'm not sure about that question. Number 7, tag people. So tag some others not from your country. So I've looked in my subscriber list, and I have an old favorite, a new favorite, and a completely newbie that I don't even think I've watched 30 seconds and instantly subscribed to her. I haven't even watched an entire video yet. So here they are. An old favorite is Petra U, and I will link all of these below as well. Petra reminds me of Leo. She's got that real calm, gentle, respectful tone about her opinions, but she does have them. Quite a few really good opinions, and she reads a lot of classics. So I've been watching her for a couple years. very faithfully. Love her channel. And then a new favorite is Soggy Expat Book Nerd. She's a little more out there. She makes me laugh every video, every single one. So, you know, I love a good laugh. And then the newbie is, Faye's Parallel Stories. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching some of her videos today. She's another vlogger. These are all 3 vloggers, so there's that. So anyway, check the notes below for all of these great booktubers. If you don't know them, check them out. And thanks again for the tag, Leo, and to Steve for creating it. And it's a great tag. If any of the rest of you want to do it, give it a whirl. And yeah, I'll chat with you soon. Bye. Okay. Gabriel's gonna flip the calendar for us this month. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, perfect. Isn't that sweet, babe?
What is it on? Oh,
You're pushing it. Oh my gosh.
I ripped it.
I told you to stay on the table.
I'm not gonna stand on the table. I told you I ripped it.
Dang. If you want something done right, do it yourself.
I found a little nail, but it's
You were mashing it in the wall. I told you to stay on the table. Give me some of that washi tape over there.
Which color?
Any color you want, babe. Really?
How much washi tape?
Get it here, I'll do it. All right. Happiness is best when you share it. That's fine. Oh, cat games. Did it say anything? Oh, a little cat in a coffee pot. Did you see that? He's not interested. That's so cute. They're working on the nest, Natalie. I might get a second batch. This is so exciting. My poor beans got frozen, Joe, so these are the ones that didn't freeze. And then the rest of them are just coming up again because I had to replant. I really can't get enough of this cuteness.
Why are your guys' eyes open?
Because I woke him up. Okay. Reading the Pulitzer winner this morning. You taking your morning naps, boo baby? Taking wiggle naps? You want to talk to mama? Don't got nothing to say? Boo baby.